Hello, it's Paige, and today we are going to be drawing a sandcastle. Now, sandcastles are my favorite thing to build in the summer because my brothers and I always used to have sandcastle building contests to see whoever could make the best sandcastle. And I just hated it when the waves would come and knock it down. It was the worst thing ever, but it was always really fun and always have the best memories from those. So that's what we're drawing today. Okay. So our sandcastle is on the beach, and as you can tell, we have a shovel that I build the sandcastle with, and also a little beach ball. So that's what we're gonna draw first, is our beach ball. Oop, I'm gonna change pens here real quick. All right. So our first one is just a circle. It's a big circle, so try your best to draw a circle. If you need to get a cup or something to trace, then go for it, but I'm just gonna freehand my circle, and it's okay if it's not perfect. But there's our ball. Now to make it look kind of 3D-ish, make it look like a sphere, we're gonna add a stretched out oval to the side of it. Go to the right side and add a long oval. Do a straight line coming from the center of that to the center of the end of the circle. And same with this way. The rest of our lines are going to be kind of curved so that it makes it look 3D. It's gonna come, the ones on the bottom are gonna kind of curve like a smiley face, kind of. So they're gonna go out and in, out and then over. And you don't really see these ones on the other side. Just like that. And then these ones are gonna be almost like arches. Just like that. There's our beach ball. It almost looks like a pumpkin. Okay, next what we're doing is we're gonna draw a little bit of sand so that it looks like it's resting on some sand. That's just kind of a curved line on the bottom. Next is our shovel. We're gonna do another kind of curved line on the bottom here. We're gonna do 2 lines coming up from it, and a box inside those 2 lines. Then we're gonna do 2 lines coming in, but we're not gonna have them connect. Leave a space in there for our handle. Do 2 lines coming up from those 2 where you stopped. And then we're gonna draw a rectangle on top of that. That's connected to those 2. And we'll do a rectangle in the middle of that one that we just drew, another rectangle. Perfect. There's our shovel. Then in the background is our sandcastle. So we're going to draw the sand that our sandcastle is going to sit on. And it's just going to be kind of curved up, and then a flat sand, and then curved down. So it's almost kind of like on a hill, a sandy hill. Perfect. We're going to start on the side here where our hill starts to flatten out here and just go up a good amount. Kind of up to like a little bit past halfway. And on the other side, you're going to do the same thing. Up to that same height as the other side. Perfect. You're going to do the same thing, but you're going to go behind your shovel. Behind your shovel and come up to that same height. And do it on the same side, but it's behind the ball. Up to the same height. So we have 4 lines that are all the same height in the background. Those are going to be kind of our 2 pillars of our castle. It's on the end. It's like when, if you've ever seen Rapunzel, she got stuck in the tower. These are 2 separate towers of our castle. Now we're going to connect these lines with a line going across them, and it's going to go a little bit longer on each side. Do that on both sides. Go a little bit longer. And come up. Just like that. Good job. Now we're going to do, if you turn it sideways, you see how these kind of look like E's? We're going to do that. We're going to add our E's in there. So we're going to do a line coming across the top. From our lines on the outside, do a short line coming in. And we're going to come down like halfway on both sides. Then we're going to do lines coming in. And then we're going to add part of a box in the middle. We're leaving off the bottom of the box. So you see how if I turn it sideways, they look like E's. Capital E's. That's what we just did. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do a big E here. Just like that. We're going to come in on both sides. And then down a little bit. Across a little bit. And then we're going to do part of a box. Just like that. Perfect. Now for the top of our castle, we're going to come up. We're coming up just like this on the inside of your two towers. Two lines coming up and longer than your towers. The two lines are longer than your towers. And you're going to do a line going across it to connect them that's longer. Do two lines coming up from that one. And then this one, you see how since it's a little bit bigger, I did 4 little notches. 4 parts of it. It doesn't look like an E so much anymore. So I'm going to come in a little bit on both sides. Down like halfway. Over a little bit. Up. Over. Down. And then over. Just like that. Perfect. Now let's add our windows. They're just going to be a rectangle at the middle one. Or maybe a square if yours is skinny. Then for these ones, we have a line across the top and then we have a U to connect that line. A line across the top and a U. So it's a different shape. And we have an arch for our door, but remember our sandcastle is behind our ball. So if you only have part of your door, then you stop behind the ball, just like that. Perfect. Now for our flag is a line up top. And then you do a curve down. So you start, you curve down and go straight. And then you do the same thing. You start going out flat, you curve down, and you go straight. And connect those two lines for our flag. Come out, down a little bit, straight. Out, down a little bit, straight. And then connect those lines. Good job. Now for our sun, a circle. And then what I did was I just did a bunch of C's connected to each other, just like this, all around the sun. Perfect. There's our sun. And then I had my ocean in the background, just like this. Some waves in the background. Maybe add some waves into it to look like the ocean. And then the last part was I decorated my sandcastle. So I put a starfish on here. Starfish have real skinny legs. Real long and skinny legs. Starfish, if they lose a leg, they can grow back. That's the cool part about starfish. Maybe I'll add another baby one up here. There's another star. And then I added some shells. And how I did my shells was I did 2 little curves on the bottom, 2 U's on the bottom, and I did 4 up top. 2 on the bottom, 4 up top. There's my shells, and I added some lines in there to give it some texture. Maybe I'll add one right here, 2 on the bottom, 4 up top, some lines, 2 on the bottom, 4 up top. There's our shells with some lines. Perfect. So to color this masterpiece of yours, you're gonna make the sandcastle yellow, because sand is yellow. You can make your ball however you want. If you want it all the same color, you can, but that's not as fun, because most of the time beach balls are super colorful. They're super colorful, and then they're fun to look at. Our shells and our starfish are going to be colored, so you can do orange or pink or red or blue or whatever the heck you want. Same with the color, or the shovel, whatever color you want. And you notice how I colored the inside of this handle here yellow. It's because you can see through it. You know when you grip a handle like that, it has a hole in it. So it's a hole. Don't color that orange or else it doesn't look like a shovel. And then our ocean in the back is a dark blue. Dark blue. And a light blue for the sky. And our windows and our door of the sandcastle is going to be brown. Because when you dig a sandcastle, these parts you dig out, so it looks darker because there are holes in the sand. So they're going to be brown. And that's it for our sandcastle. I absolutely love sandcastles. I had so much fun drawing it. This kind of sandcastle doesn't get destroyed by the waves. So I hope you enjoy it, and I will see you next time. Bye.